Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the Retail Whore Podcast.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
A little background is you and I met at Ultimate Product Party. I've had a couple people here that were in masterminds as well as speakers. And you held one of the mastermind groups or what were they calling mastermind or were they roundtable?
Roundtables. Yeah, roundtable.
And what you talked about was fascinating. And I know I went up to you, I think it was right after, and I was like, I have to have you on the podcast because I think there's so many retailers as well as product-based companies. And then reading your bio, I realized you do something else with virtual assistants. So I want to circle back around and talk about that after we talk about the affiliate. But first, tell everybody about yourself and your brand.
Okay, sure. First, just thank you so much for having me. So excited to be a guest on your awesome podcast. And I'm Kelly Morrison, the founder of createyouraffiliateprogram.com, where I show course creators and product creators how to sell more of their products by working with affiliate partners to make more money, grow their list, increase their visibility, so many great things with affiliates.
And you started this because you were doing this for people with your virtual assistants, correct?
Correct. Yep. So I had started out, I guess it was 13 years ago, almost 14 years ago, as a virtual assistant back when almost nobody even knew what a virtual assistant was. And I was a few years into it, and all of my clients were working with affiliate partners. And on the back end of it, it was kind of a hot mess, right? Like they were all doing it and they were cobbling it together, and it was just really messy. So what I did was created a way to systematize it into 5 simple steps to start your affiliate program and make it a really efficient and easy way for people to work with affiliate partners without it being like one other thing that they're having to manage and corral in their business.
So I'm going to ask you for the layman's terms, because I think there are a lot of retailers that have heard this word and they don't, or they understand what it is. They don't know how it works. And I'm going to have you give it layman's terms on what does this mean and how do product-based people use it, but how can retailers utilize something like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So an affiliate is anyone that tells somebody about your product or your offer. And in exchange, if someone purchases through their unique affiliate link or purchases using their code or says, hey, Michelle, Kelly referred me to your product, you give them a commission in exchange for telling the person about it. So it's that's all it is the affiliate receives a commission for selling your product for you. So one like easy way to think about it is affiliates are like salespeople for you, right? But the great news is you're only paying them when they've made a sale for you. So it's a really kind of low risk way to make more sales without it costing you anything on the front end.
So if I'm a retailer, I mean, I know for, not even so much product, but for sure on like I'm putting together I was at Ultimate Product Party because I'm putting together a platform for teaching retailers how to merchandise the way I merchandise. So it's subscription based, it's basically lesson plans and takes you through everything. So I know for myself, I could go to, other merchandisers or retailers and say, if you guys talk about my platform, I will give, and they sell a subscription, I will give you a commission. How can a retailer utilize this?
Yeah, absolutely. So any retailer that is doing any sort of online sales, you can start an affiliate program. Face to like brick and mortar, it's a little bit harder, right? Because someone's not going to bring their friend into your store and say, hey, buy this candle, but there's no way for them to use their link. But if you want to increase your online store orders, you can absolutely work with affiliates. Lots of online retailers do that. Target has an affiliate program. Amazon has an affiliate program, Stitch Fix, like all sorts of like online retail companies, you'd be surprised, have affiliate programs.
So do you know how targets work and how they do, like, because I know retailers are all of a sudden like, oh, hey, what does that look like? Does it mean I put all of my things in front of people, or do I pick, my favorite brands, say Voluspa candles or Milk Barn Baby? Do they pick certain things, or is it do it all? How does Target do it?
Yeah, you can absolutely. I'm not positive exactly if Target does all of their products. My guess is they do specific brands. And the reason that's my assumption is because I can't imagine they want people to affiliate like for the milk that they're selling or, the bread on the shelf, right? It's other brands. But as like anybody that has a retail business that wants to do affiliates, you can choose the product. So if you have, say you have 20 SKUs, but you only want your affiliates to promote one SKU, you can just have them promote like that one product and see how it goes. It's not an all or nothing thing.
So who are, like, what is your best example of affiliates? Are they influencers? Because I know a lot of, I mean, influencers are, I mean, hands down, like a selling tool. And I think that a lot of retailers, they know about
Mhm,
influencers because they either follow them, but the influencers are not inexpensive, but the
mhm.
payback is massive. I know from one of my accounts who's worked with a couple of them. I mean, their sales have tripled since, Whitney Port, I think it was Whitney Port, how she took a picture of herself in her mirror. And then these are Whitney's pics that went up onto their website. And it's like they're growing as well as their actual sales grew massively.
Yeah, I'll say that when it comes to influencers, influencers are really just a type of an affiliate partner, right? Like you may have to pay them like whatever their fee is for a post or for a blog post or what have you. But if they have any sort of code, chances are they're getting like an affiliate kickback. What I would encourage retailers to do is you don't have to aim for like the Kim Kardashians of the world to be your affiliate or your influencers. Start with micro bloggers, like people that have smaller audiences, 5,000 or less, or even 1,000 or less, and get those people signed up as an affiliate. A lot of times you're not going to have to pay them like that initial like flat fee, right? They'll just be an affiliate for you in exchange for the commission that they might earn. People with those smaller audiences sometimes have a lot more engaged audiences. So I wouldn't discount, like I wouldn't count out people that don't have like the massive audiences. An engaged audience to me is more important.
Yeah.
And thinking of influencers as a type of affiliate is basically what they are.
So how do people, like, is it people you follow, or is it, how does somebody approach somebody you want to do this, or how do you get it out there so people know they can contact you and say, I would love to be an affiliate, but how do people do that?
Yeah, so if you think about it, and I'll use an example for a retail store that has an online presence, right? The best way to have people become your affiliate is start with your existing customers. If you invite any, like if people are buying from you online, you're collecting their email address, chances are you're sending them some sort of newsletter like email marketing. Start there and take those folks and turn them into your affiliates. They
Oh, that's
already know
brilliant.
your product. They've
Yep.
already bought it. They can, post their own photos of it. Ideally like they loved whatever it was that they bought from you and can talk about it from a super authentic place. And I would take them because if you've sold 100 products to 100 customers, like if you've sold to 100 customers and they each referred one person to you, you've doubled your customer base. So
Wow.
you don't even have to start and go out and try to like start with where you're at, turn your existing customers into your affiliates first. That's always the
That's
first place I
brilliant,
recommend.
because I think
Yeah.
that it's daunting sounding. Like if you're
Yeah.
a retailer and you're listening to this going, oh my, but where do I start? I think that is brilliant, because also it just is going to enforce that customer like dedication, especially from the person that you're going to, who probably is never even thought about being an affiliate. They're just your customer that loves you and loves your store. And I think that also, that authenticity of like how much they love your store and how much, like,
Exactly.
it's not, I love the influencer thing, but it's like if you're getting paid to post something, it's not like it doesn't feel as authentic to me, as opposed to
Yeah.
like, I came in and bought this from my friends, who's my friend who has the store, who I love her store, and you guys are going to love it. That's a brilliant place to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll share too that one of the ways you can do it in a very un like you don't want to come across too markety, right? When someone purchases from you and you send the email that says, "Hey, we'd love a review. And hey, if you want to share this with a friend and earn some commissions, here's how you can sign up to be an affiliate." It doesn't have to be this whole big like,
Ah,
please be my affiliate and help me make money. It can be like, hey, you love this product, we'd love a review. And here's how you can share it with a friend and earn some commissions. Like you can make that part of your review
oh my
process.
gosh. Do you
Yeah.
have templates that you you suggest or that you have that you, because I know you do coaching, correct, with people?
Yeah, so I have templates that help people set up their affiliate program. It's the templates that you send to people like when they've agreed to be your affiliates. But really, that's somebody really doesn't even need a template for that. I mean, like connect with me on Instagram if you want some help with it. But that's really all you can say is like, hey, would you like to earn some commissions for sharing about this with your friend? Put your affiliate sign up link there. And then they would go through like whatever you have set up for your tech. That's what that would start. It can be as simple as 1 or 2 sentences. It doesn't have to be a big invitation.
I
Yeah.
think people overthink it. I mean, I
Yeah,
know I would be
exactly.
overthinking it, especially if you're basically asking someone. So you had said some couple things in the round table was, how do you control how this person is going to show, you're basically, they're going out on social media, their social media, they're representing you and your product, as well as the vendor who you have or an established relationship with. You sell
Mhm.
thousands of the Voluspa candle and you are a key account. And now you have whoever out there talking about it. How do you ensure that person is not going to represent you in a way that is not authentic to who your brand is?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question because, like you say, you don't want someone out there talking about the product and misrepresenting it, or like saying, this candle is gonna, burn for 72 years, and it doesn't. It doesn't. So you do want to control that. So the way that you do that is when someone says, "Yes, I'd love to be your affiliate," you say, "Great," and then you send them through a series of emails, and I recommend 4 emails that basically educates them on here's how to talk about the product, like here's some exact things that you can say. And you don't, like they're free to post their own photos and they're free to talk about it from their own experience, but you want to provide them with guidance by making sure that they are clear on exactly what the product does or is capable of, and that they are provided with some suggestions of like, here's how to post about it on Instagram. Here's some ideas for sharing about it in a TikTok video. Here's some ideas for doing a Facebook post about it, that sort of thing. So provide them guidance. At the end of the day, you don't have a lot of control over um, over how they're
It's
saying. That's
like,
just a risk.
okay, here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's just a risk. One way you can mitigate that is like ask them to hey, when you share about this, tag me so I can, so we can show you some love, that sort of thing. And
Can
then
you
like,
ask them to send you a proof beforehand? Because I know, and we'll talk about this in a second, but I just hired my first VA and, I had her spend an entire week just going through our social media and listening to some of these podcasts and, just so she was familiar with my voice and but, I'm having her until she's cut free. I mean, she's
mhm.
not, I'm having where I'm approving what's going out because it's still, I think that, I don't, is that too much micromanaging for your affiliates, or your affiliates going to be like, okay, controller, like we got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I would say I don't recommend that because your affiliate's not gonna, like your affiliates, oh, I want to share about this. Let me share my link. Oh, wait, I have to get approval. Like they're not gonna do that. You're gonna lose them right then and there, right? Like
Okay.
I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Your affiliate's not gonna want to do that. But you can, like one of the ways to support your affiliates is like connect with them on social, follow them on social. You can kind of keep an eye, and then if you have somebody that like just goes rogue, you can shut them down. Like like you could say, hey, we don't post
Explain
about
what
that. Otherwise,
going rogue looks like. I'm really
oh
interested in
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm trying to think of an example.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll use this as an example. Say you're selling a vitamin, for example, and it's this vitamin and it like makes sure it's to improve your skin. If somebody is on social media promoting your vitamin and also telling people, and you'll lose 40 pounds when you take this vitamin, that's not true. It reflects badly when people buy it and then don't lose 40 pounds. They're going to be mad. Like that's just a blatant lie about your product. So that would be an example of somebody like going rogue. Or
Okay.
another example, if you're selling like these beautiful candles and someone is posting them like in ugly, like the candle doesn't look pretty in their posting. It's
Well,
an
see, that's
ugly,
why I say
yeah,
about the
yeah,
micromanaging.
yeah. You don't want to micromanage. What you can do, like using the candle as an example, when you're telling your affiliates, like, here's some ways that you can promote, you can give them some really beautiful on brand graphics that they can create themselves. On social media, a lot of times people that are doing any sort of affiliate marketing, like, they're conscious of what the aesthetic looks like, right? They're not going to post your product and have it look ugly. People aren't going to buy it if it does.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking also, if you're reaching out to your customers and your customer, loves your product, but she may not be that savvy with Instagram, or she may not be savvy at all with TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, that's where the micromanage Michelle Controlla comes out.
Yeah, give them some branded images and you'll be good to go. Like, they'll be happy for it. They don't have to take their own photos, but they can still share about
Tell me what, oh God, I've already just forgot what I was just going to ask you. I had it right on the tip of my tongue. Okay, so we're going to go into well, first, it's like, how did you go, how you're still doing both jobs, correct?
Correct. Yep. So I have a handful of clients that I do virtual assistance work for. For almost all of them, I also do affiliate program work. So it's just a natural segue into focusing mostly on affiliate program through Create Your Affiliate Program.
So now you are the virtual assistant, or you help people find virtual assistants?
No, so I do virtual assistance work for clients
So
as
you're
their
a
virtual
US
assistant.
virtual assistant.
Correct. Yes.
Why did I think all virtual assistants were all like in the Philippines and India? And
They are. They are. A lot of them are. The benefits of having a VA like in the Philippines, they charge a much lower rate than US based VAs. I will say, like, there's some controversy about that, right? Like, people pay, $8 to a Philippines VA, which is great money in the Philippines, but there's a whole big thing about, like, is that fair for like a US business? It's a whole thing. I won't get into it now, but it's a whole
I could
thing.
see that.
Yeah. So
But tell me a little bit about, like, what are some of the benefits of hiring a VA like yourself here in the States, and kind of take us through, because like I said, I just hired mine, and I went into it, like, they give you a list of all, mine is in the Philippines, and it's all tech, and I go through an agency that put me through a class to both honor who they are culturally, and understand, like the differences and what you can and what you can't ask them. And that's kind of what I wanted, because I needed boundaries, because I am horrible at, I'm really bad at really dialing down exactly what I need. I'm total ADD, I'm creative, and I'm like, it's all out there and I want to do it all. And I'm spread in 18 different places, which is why I have a business and a podcast, and I'm creating this other platform. So I had all these grand ideas, and it was a point where it was keeping me up at night of, like, how am I going to, how is she going to, and I finally was like, I'm just having her do social media, and all of Renee's class for my girlfriend Renee, and her presentation of repurposing content, that's literally all I'm having her do, and taking that off because I was only able to do Instagram. That's really the only, like, patience I had to do. I didn't do Twitter. We're doing YouTube, but for this podcast, it goes up on YouTube, but none of my videos were going up on YouTube. None. I wasn't doing Twitter. I wasn't doing Facebook. I could care less about. I'm having her do all of it now. And I figured that, to me, was like, all right, that's controllable enough where I'm not having to, like, if you listen to Tim Ferriss's book, this first, like, 4-hour work week, it's like, he's got them doing, grocery shopping, or like online grocery shopping, and buying his wife flowers. And it was like, you could do it all. And that was just too loosey goosey for me. So tell me a little bit about some of the advantages and what your service provides for people as a US VA.
Yeah. So one of the ways that I encourage people, like, if you're thinking about working with a virtual assistant, is to think about, like, what are the tasks that you're doing every day in your business, right? That you don't necessarily have to be doing, like posting on your social media, repurposing your content, like you said, because say you charge $100 an hour for your work to a client or to a company or to a business. If you're spending $100, if you're spending an hour posting out your own social or uploading YouTube videos, that costs you $100. Like, that's an hour you could have used to make other money in your business, right? Whereas you could pay a virtual assistant $20 an hour, $40 an hour. So the time that you're spending doing these tasks that you could outsource is time that you could have spent making money elsewhere in your business or focusing on those bigger picture things, right? I always encourage people, if you're thinking about working with a VA, spend 1 week, and as you go about, like, do everything normal that you would in your business, write down everything that you think to yourself, I don't need to be doing this. And at the end of the week, you'll have a whole list of things to hand off to a virtual
Well,
assistant.
there's a whole shit lot that I want to take off
Yeah.
my lap, but it was like,
Yeah.
okay, you can't give her all of this.
Yeah,
It's
you can't give
like,
them all of it, but one thing that you could do is like take a look at that list and say, okay, this is social media, this is like give her all the social media stuff. Or if you spend a lot of time answering your emails, okay, I can outsource my emails. You can find like blocks of combined tasks that you could like train a virtual assistant on, that they could easily take that off of your plate, and it would free up so much of your time when you first start working with the VA, like gradually hand them things till you kind of like establish trust with the VA, right? And can, like, they're learning more about your business and how you work together. And then you can continue to offload more stuff to them. But yeah, you don't have to give them everything right out of the gate. In fact, it very well might overwhelm your VA.
I mean, I literally like, because you go through this course and it's like telling you, and it's like, oh, I could have them do this, and I don't even know what that is, but I can have them do that. And
Yeah.
honestly, like that literally was stressing me out of like, I think in my head, I was like trying to create, because she's full time. And to me, it's like, that's a lot of hours to be doing
Yeah.
social media. But really, when I think about it, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, so she gets that wrangled in, then she could do editing for some of our raw videos that are going to go up on YouTube. And it's like, okay, I had to really dial it back, because I think, you really go into it like, oh, this person can do it. So tell me a little bit about what you do for some of your clients. What do they have you handling?
Yeah, so for some of my clients, I'm handling just like the miscellaneous day-to-day stuff, checking in on their emails, dispersing some of their social media content, like scheduling it out. Some of my clients do launches, so they host online events quarterly, most of them. And so helping them like with their tech pieces on the back end, helping them with their email newsletters, their email marketing, all that good stuff. But it's really like just helping them, they have the big picture of their business and helping them implement that out into the world.
So you, so somebody essentially could say, hey, I want to do an affiliate program. Can I hire you you to do this for me? I mean, the back end of it, I'm guessing, because there's obviously you're giving codes out, and the person needs to put a code in to purchase it. And I think that there a lot of us older retailers,
Mhm.
I put out a blog post the other day just about how I've had to be really open-minded, because I'm 56, and it's like I am somewhat tech savvy when it comes to Instagram, and I'm learning TikTok. But your generation, all these younger people that have so many great ideas, that it's like a lot of people my age cannot grasp it or figure out how the fuck to do it. Like, and so I think about like, so is that something like I could say, hey, I want to start an affiliate program. I want to work with this person. Can I hire you to do the back end? Or is that too small of a project? Is that a different kind of way to hire you?
Yeah, so I have a program and it's called the Make More Together Kit, and it includes a tech implementation session. So it's the program, it's an implementation course, but it's everything someone needs to set up their affiliate program. The very first module is all about setting up your tech for your affiliate program. It includes a one-on-one session. And I will say the tech part of an affiliate program is the least important part. You probably heard me say this at the round table. Like people think, oh, I need to set up the affiliate tracking for my affiliate program and then I'll start making money. But yes, it's important that the tech like tracks correctly. But once you have your tech set up, it's everything you do after that that's going to make or break your affiliate program. That's where you're going to make your money.
And
Anybody can
your
set up
and
affiliate
your course teaches you and takes retailers or product
programs.
based or program based, takes them through this step by step.
Correct. Yep. There's 5 steps to setting up your affiliate program, and there's 5 modules in the course, and it covers each of them. And includes a lot of like one-on-one support too. So
So I've talked to you a lot about what you do so tell me a little bit about you personally and what you do, because you obviously are wearing a lot of hats, and I
Yeah.
see you on Instagram and like you give out so much great information. So quickly, or we'll link it, but tell everybody what your Instagram is, and then tell like what do you do on your days off? Like what does Kelly do to
Yeah.
relax?
Yeah, I'll share. So my Instagram is at create your affiliate program. I thought to say my name, but that's not my Instagram, at create your affiliate program. And when I'm not working, and I will say like I try to quit work like 5, 6, but I have like really enjoy what I'm doing. But anyways, when I'm not working, I love to travel. I spend a lot of time with my boyfriend, Jason, and I have 2 nieces and a nephew that I'm obsessed with. You probably see me post about them on Instagram, and they're so cute and sweet. I'm actually going swimming with them tomorrow, and yeah, I would say like travel, my boyfriend, my I call them my nibblings because it's hard to say my nieces and my nephews. So I started calling them my nibblings,
They're
and
like little niblets too, anyway.
yeah, yeah. So I would say, yeah.
I ask everybody this question is for the people that wear a lot of hats is like, where do you find inspiration? Because you're creating content as well. Like, how do you find inspiration for content and the whole repurposing thing of content? Like, how do you find inspiration to do like continually keep up with content and post for both personally, but for your business?
Yeah, so great question. And I will say like that's something that I struggled with for a long time because it's like, how much can I talk about affiliate programs, right? Like it's a topic I'm sure a lot of people would find boring. Like you can only say so much about affiliate programs. But I'll use this as an example. I went on vacation last week and I was going to the mountains and I wanted to make a post saying like, hey, I'm not going to be as, active on Instagram. That way I didn't want to just like ghost my community there. And so I said, hey, I'm going on vacation. I posted a picture of a bag I was packing and I said, and the awesome thing about going on vacation is that my affiliates will still be making sales for me. So
Mm.
it's a good way to talk about something in real life, but swing it back to, and here's how it relates to affiliate programs. I also keep a content bank of everything that I post and I recycle a lot of my content. I can say the same thing different ways. So I always reference back to that. One thing that I encourage people to do is like repost things that you've posted in the past because I don't remember what I posted 3 months ago. And I'm
Yeah.
sure my audience doesn't
I've,
either.
I've
Yeah.
that's a big one. I think that
Yeah.
Renee's speech when she was talking about just content in general,
Yeah.
like just people aren't going to remember what you
No.
posted 6 months ago, let alone like when you first started Instagram and because
Exactly.
I mean some of those photos I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Like I think that's really good advice because you forget about that. And I think a lot of people like now that I have a virtual assistant, I have to do I've never done this, a social media calendar. And it's
Yeah.
like planning out a month's worth of content when I am used to at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning when I get up. That's what I do when I'm drinking my drink in the morning and I'm doing and it's all off the cuff. There's no structure to it. So Elisa, who's my digital marketing manager, is like, you need to create a social media calendar and you need to map it out. I'm like, I'm not kidding you. It took me all last week. Like I was almost void from Instagram because I was so engrossed in trying to come up with fucking posts for a month and the copy and the hashtags. Like,
Yeah.
no joke.
I do mine. I'll say I do mine a week at a time because it is very daunting. Like, okay, you have to write the post and the hashtags and the graphics and all that. I do mine a week at a time. I usually like on a Sunday afternoon, we'll sit like this was back when I was creating lots of content at once. On a Sunday, I would do it for the week ahead. Which was nice. And I found that by batching my content when I wanted to make the off the cuff post, it felt more like, oh, okay, I already have content going out. I can or cannot post this. So it in a lot of ways, I feel like it freed me up to make those more off the cuff posts or like more heart centered or like in the moment
I
posts
think
because I have my regular content.
yeah, I think that's kind of how, because I was like, does that mean I can't post anything else because she's posting it? And it's like, no, you can still do posts that are like, more of the moment that you're
Yeah.
doing, but for the most part, you have structure for your social media, and it goes up. But that was not easy. Like I will say I am seriously so proud of myself, because also my ADD of like did not kick in. I turned my phone off. Like I literally sat here like a little kid doing her homework, but glad I did it.
Yeah, I did last November. I did a 90-day social media challenge. So every day for 90 days, I had to post, I had to choose a social media channel and post every day on it for 90 days. And I chose Instagram. And I sometimes would post stories, but every day I posted like a post on the grid. The growth that I had from that, the like financial results that I had from that was insane.
Yeah.
And you hear a lot about like the algorithms and you have to be doing all of this. I just posted every day for 90 days. And sometimes the posts were crap posts, right? Like they were just like, oh, I got to post it. I don't post anything. But the results were really like the consistency of it really helped.
Yeah. I think that the consistency, and that's again like where I just fell off Facebook, and I did Twitter twice, and it was seriously just to throw out a bitch session because like somebody I'm so embarrassed to admit that. I went
Oh
off
gosh.
on some restaurant. Can't believe I'm even admitting this right now.
Love it.
But I never utilized it, and it's like, okay, get it out there, get your content out there. So let me ask you about TikTok and affiliate marketing. With TikTok, it's like I struggle with TikTok. I think a lot of people do that aren't 20. But what does that look like? What are some of the success stories of TikTok and affiliate marketing, and just TikTok in general?
So great question. I'm not a TikToker. I will say like I watch the silliest videos on TikTok. Like it's embarrassing how lost in the scroll that I'll get. I don't really know a lot of what people are doing over on TikTok when it comes to affiliate marketing. I'll be honest. My assumption is that they're sharing things and they can pop a link, like their affiliate link in the comments,
Yeah.
or they can say, hey, go to this link and it's an affiliate link. Anywhere that you can share an affiliate link, you can be successful with affiliate.
So it's
Like
really just like, and it's the same thing, getting it out there on all channels.
exactly. Yep. And I will say, like, with my understanding of TikTok is it's a lot of like singing and dancing or people like making like funny videos and stuff. So you might have to be like more careful about how your affiliates would be promoting your product on TikTok. I don't really know enough
Well,
about it
it's
to
funny
say,
because
yeah,
that's what I thought it was too. And
yeah,
I was like, I am not doing that. I'm not going to dance. I'm not doing that
yeah,
stupid point to this, that, like none
yeah.
of that bullshit. But what I have realized, there's a couple people that do what I do, and
Mhm.
she does TikTok videos, and they're super fast. And it's like, I think again, like I overthink things, and it's like hers is like, how do you get into America's Mart for the Atlanta gift show? And it's like,
Perfect.
I'm thinking to myself, who the hell doesn't know that? But it's like, I realize that there's a lot of people. So that's her TikTok. It's not dancing. It's literally informational. So that's why I think with the affiliate, like I would assume that it would be the best platform. It's like, hey, I'm just popping you guys on. This is the most amazing thing, blah, blah, blah. I highly recommend it. Here's the link. And then you can do the little pointy thing.
There you go. That's a perfect affiliate strategy. And I'll have to look into that for TikTok. I am still like barely getting into Instagram Reels. And I know Reels is similar to TikTok, similar
Oh
but
Lord.
different.
And
Yeah.
that's a big one. I mean, it
Yeah.
really, I mean, I know that just from my business. It's like, it's a big, and it's so easy, but it's for some reason, and I don't know who, it was one of the, it was Hillary who talked about in one of her Instagram posts was TikTok. If you post a reel, because the repurposing, if you post a reel to TikTok has something in it where it can tell it's a reel and it doesn't push it out.
Yeah.
So that's the only repurposing thing I know that you don't do.
Yeah. Yep. I'm barely getting into the Instagram Reels. I feel like as soon as I got like really into Instagram and like really nailed down my strategy there, everybody went over to TikTok and I'm like, oh, I just can't jump on that bandwagon.
I think just apply what you're doing now because you're really informational based. And I think that anybody, for people that are going to be listening and following you now and are interested in this, I think that your Instagram is great because it is super informational, and it's like you have a little bit of like home and life, but it's like it's informational. It's great because they're easy, quick tips that, if you're thinking about doing this, that it's like follow her and follow what you're talking about, because I mean, it's great free information. And that's, I think that was so eye-opening about so much about all the people that do all these services now are like kind of morphed into a different way of business. Like it's all free information. There's so much to learn. And yes, if you buy your course, that's even better because it's more information, but you give a hefty amount of free information out.
Yay, I'm glad to hear it. And I will say, because the thought just came to me, like we're talking about Instagram and, now TikTok's the thing. One thing that has been consistent for, 20 years before now and will be consistent 20 years from now is affiliates will always be a thing, because it doesn't matter the platform, the structure of working with affiliates is not going to change. It's giving someone a commission for them to talk about your product or your offer. That's was the same 20 years ago, and it's going to be the same in 20 years from now, regardless of what platform the affiliate is sharing about your product on. And I think that's one of the best reasons to work with affiliates, because that doesn't change. How they share about it might, but your affiliate sharing about it and earning a commission is not going to change.
I love that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for all this information. It was so great. It's like like I said, I think it's like so valuable. And I think that so many retailers can put this into play and make additional money. I mean, most people, if you don't have e-commerce right now, it's like frightening, especially after the pandemic. But,
Yeah.
I think that it's like, what a phenomenal way to just increase your sales. And it's relatively passive.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll say too, one of my favorite things about affiliates is that whereas with Facebook ads, you have to put money in and hope that you make money, right? With affiliates, you're only paying them when they've made you a sell, which is a win-win.
I love that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Tell everyone about, again, one more time, where we can find you. We'll have the link
Yeah.
in the show notes.
Perfect. You can find me on Instagram at Create Your Affiliate Program. You can find me online at createyouraffiliateprogram.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.